it's week 2, and I haven't really paid attention to the rooms calendar. I have, but they were some things that didn't really apply to me. So I have days 9, 10, and 11. I did them all today on the 11th. Some of the items are going to be thrown away because I learned last week I need to be more forgiving and include those items and not just make it donation only items or exclude trash or sell items. So there is some of that stuff in these days. So for day number 9, I have the season 1 of Outlander. I've had this since it came out, which was 3 years ago. Never watched it. The Monuments Men. Never watched it. Mildred Pierce. This is super good. If you have not seen this, it's really good. The book is really good. But how often am I gonna watch like this long of a miniseries? I've watched it twice. With like a year in between, and to get like a friend into it, and I think I'm good for a while. So I don't really need to own it. A frame that I find obnoxious now. It's just big and bulky and not my style. So getting rid of that. These are some old Scentsy samples that are very much expired and need to be chunked. And then I'm not going to show you all 3, but I do have 3 DVD binders that are now empty. So that is all day 9. And the 2 bags full of Scentsy samples are going to be chunked. And the DVD binders and the picture frame are going to be donated. And the movies I'm going to attempt to sell back. So on to day 10. For day 10, I decided to go through some of the books on my bookshelf. There's probably more that I can go through and get rid of, but I am trying to declutter items for the day at a time, and I'm trying to do it by day, but I've just been tired and things have been, you know, the way they are. So I have the book Pledged. A sorority sister got it for me back in college. So like 12 years ago, never read it. This is one of the first Walking Dead books. Since I don't even give a crap about the series anymore, probably not going to read it. The Notebook, never read it. I've seen the movie too many times, and honestly, probably going to have some hate on this. It is not my favorite movie in the slightest. Since You Were Gone, somebody gave this to me, or Since You've Been Gone, somebody gave this to me to read. I think maybe my grandmother. Either I started it or my old roommate did, but we didn't get, either one of us, whoever didn't get very far, and I have no desire to read this. And then, some coloring books. This is a Scandinavian one. The first in the March series. Somebody gave this to me, and again, not interested. I've just literally been holding on to it. A Games of Thrones coloring book, and the Joanna Brasford Lost Ocean, Secret Garden, and Enchanted Forest. Really beautiful coloring books. I've never colored in any of them. I was using them for like embroidery ideas and things like that. But to be honest, I've only looked at them a few times. I don't need to keep them around. So for the final day, day 11, I did just a quick sweep in my bathroom of stuff that is probably expired or needs to be thrown away, or that I didn't really like, or I didn't finish using for whatever reason. So today's 11 items are some beauty things. Most of this I did like. I just didn't finish using it, and it's expired now, so needs to go. So we'll talk about it. So this is the Milky Piggy by Elizaveta, I think. It's the carbonated bubble tea mask. Love this thing, but I've had it for a couple of years. Definitely needs to go. It still works, but probably not a good idea. This is a Shea body butter from Perfectly Posh. Got this last year in like a little party that I did for a friend. I liked it, but I like other lotions better. This was a freebie, a rose face mask by Fresh. Really, really, really like this, but I have had it for over 2 years. And expiration says 12 months. I have this. It is a bubble tea sleeping pack mask. It is not expired yet, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. This I'm doing together. This is a Lush like bar deodorant. I really wanted to like this and give this a try, and you put it on with a like face brush. I just didn't like it. I did sometimes, but not to use consistently, and then I just stopped using it. The other thing that I have is some more Gargle Blast and toothpaste from Lush. I love their Toothies, which are chewable toothpaste and mouthwash. I absolutely love them, but I kind of went over extreme and purchased a lot whenever I was really getting into it, and they're all expired now. So I have 5 bottles left. That there is some used out of all of them, but they're all expired now. But I had some different flavors and all that kind of stuff. And an empty tube of toothpaste. It ran out like a day ago, so it needs to be trashed. That is day 11. I will see y'all for day 12. So today is the 13th, so I have to do day 12 and 13. Funny story. I have 5 items for day 12 that I cannot show you or anything like that. So I got my windows redone in my house back in July, I think. June, July, something like that. And the front of my house windows, the blinds were literally pieces of crap. So they just got put back up, and because you can't not have blinds in your house, which is kind of a thing more up like north or whatever, or like for like second stories, but 1-story house in the South, we like blinds. But, and then the ones in the 2 back bedrooms just never got put back up because they were also very crappy. So out of all of my windows, I only have 7 sets of blinds, and 5 of them were low-key really shit. So, recently got 5 out of the 7 sets of blinds, new ones. And I put up yesterday the 3 new ones in the front of the house, and I'm going to put up this weekend the other 2 in the back of the house. But they don't fit in like my trash bin to get rid of them. So all 5 sets of the older blinds my friend took for me yesterday to dispose of them at her apartment complex in their dumpster. So there's 5 out of 12 items for day number 12. So item number 6 is a cleaning supply that is empty. So there's 6 out of the 12, and we're gonna go back into my bathroom where I found some more items in one of my drawers to dispose of, because I don't know what else to do with it. All right, so one thing is this quad from MAC. So I have a ton of MAC eyeshadow, and I've had this since high school, so since like 2004, 2005, and I would put like whatever my 4 favorites were in here, but now I have like Z palettes and things like that for the few that I still have that are MAC individuals, because I depotted all of my eyeshadows from there. So I think it's about time to require the quad. I'm also going to get rid of this makeup brush because it's not comfortable to use and it sucks. I have a very not well usable MAC nail polish left, so that's going to go. and I have a second one. I love both of these colors, and I think they're both still available, but I've just had them for forever. I don't do my nails often, so I tend to just try not to buy too many nail polishes nowadays, and I also try not to buy super expensive ones anymore because chances are they're going to expire before I personally finish using them. The next item is this. I got rid of this electric razor a long time ago because it stopped working, and I apparently forgot to get rid of another piece of it. So that's also going to go. The next item is a whole bunch of hair ties. I do not like this style of hair tie, but I've gotten them as like little gifts. Like friends have put them, like made them themselves and put them on like invite cards and stuff for bachelorette parties and things like that. And so I've just obtained them, and I'm not a big fan of them. I prefer a very particular style of hairband, and this is the kind that I like. They don't make them anymore. This was a zucchini or whatever it was called, but they don't have, they like roll out and they don't have a seam, so they're literally like one of the best for your hair, and you can't find them anymore. So that is day 12, and I have 3 items to start off day 13, also from my bathroom, so I'm going to show you those, and then I'm going to go and find 10 more items for day 13. So one of the items is some Lush damaged hair treatments. It's 1.5 hair treatment. First of all, this expired almost a year ago because I just never used the second one or the other half of my first one, because it was just so hard to use actually. I really liked the result, but I was not very good at figuring out the right combination for water and heating it up and getting it to melt the way it was supposed to. So I just never finished using it. Little dot. Because it was just, for me, I wasn't good at figuring it out. The other thing is a hair dyeing brush and my hair dyeing bowl. So that is the first 3 for day 13. So let's go find 10 more items. Today on the calendar is either today or yesterday. It is adult clothes. So I am an adult, apparently. So actually this might be really good. I need to go through my t-shirts anyways because I had like room in my drawer, but since the last time I did it about 6 months ago, I have acquired a couple more t-shirts since then. So I really do actually need to go through it. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is go through my t-shirt drawer. So let's see what I can. So I totally fell asleep. My apologies. So it's the next morning. So today is day 14. I will do today's items later on after work, but I did finish pulling the other 10 items for day 13. So one thing that's going away is this WWF sticker. I've had this on my dresser for years. I don't know why. I never did anything with it. I just really like the WWF panda. I don't know what else to say about that. So that's getting thrown away. 2 other items that are getting thrown away is this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer. I started using this a long time ago as basically a foundation because I've become intolerant to SPF foundations. So it's really hard to find foundations that I can use. But the Fit Me drugstore one actually is SPF free. So that's really nice. But this is only supposed to be used for 12 months and it's way older than that. So needs to go, but I probably will repurchase that. It's a really great concealer. Same thing with this. This is Tarte Maracuja Oil. I've used a little bit more than half of it, but I've definitely had it for longer than 12 months, probably closer to a year and a half to 2 years. I love this stuff. It doesn't smell any different than it did on day one, but I really probably need to not use this and get a new one. I did have an article of clothing that just needed to be thrown away, but it's an unmentionable, so we just aren't going to show that. Basically, just weren't comfortable, so I chunked them. Okay, this pair of shorts, I never wear them, and I don't really like the way they look on me, so these can be donated. And I have 4, oh gosh, this is hard to do. I have 4 t-shirts right here that are gonna get donated as well. And item number 13 is this phone case. This easily became one of my favorite phone cases ever. It's the cutest little cat face, and it says, "Quit stressing me out." But it's broken. And I've been saving it, I've been saving it as a like premise for a minimalism video, but for like 3 months. Still hasn't happened. So I'm sure someday I'll come across something else that will work for that video topic line also. But I'm tired of looking at this on my dresser, so it's going today. So I will see y'all in a second for day 14's finds. Okay, so it's the morning of the 15th. I know. And so I have 5 out of my 14 items already picked out for yesterday. One is this Pentax Optio camera. I don't know if anything is left on this. I think if anything, if there's still an SD in here, I will take that out just to like check it in my computer, and there's not. But I have no way of charging this, so I don't even remember how old that is. So I'm just gonna chunk it. These go to my bed frame. They don't stay on. The mattress like moves them off. It's to help you like not hit the edges and corners of the bed, but I have a queen size bed, so it doesn't really affect it. I'm pretty sure you can replace these if you need to, and they don't stay on. I've had that bed frame for almost 2 years now. They fell off within like the first week, and they've literally just been sitting on my dresser. So I'm gonna chunk them. This used to be a keychain from Harry Potter World that my friend got me, and it's been broken for almost a year now, and I was going to try and fix it, and I haven't. Trash. An old postcard that I don't know what you're supposed to do with those. And then this was one of my mom's little like coin purses or whatever, and I brought it into my bedroom from where I found it because I have like a coin holder thing in here for loose change. Oh, I hate whenever there's just like a random fuzz or hair on your eyelash. Anyways, and I've been meaning to empty this out of change into my change bucket for forever, so I finally did that, and now I can get rid of this little coin purse. So that's the first 5 items, so let's go finish the rest of the items and also day 15. Okay, so I found something else. I've been looking at some of the places that I don't typically look in, like in my room and stuff whenever I do like a massive clean out, because I don't know, it's just all like little stuff, or not really, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I did find this container, so I am going to get rid of this container. It's still in really good shape because I take pretty good care of my stuff, but it is 13 years old. It's a little organizer thing, and yeah, I got it during Big Little Week, whenever you get little gifts from your Big before you know who they are. and like the bow is still on it from then. And anyways, I've used it in my room, like with my perfumes and stuff, and so it's full of like little samples and things like that. So I'm gonna count the samples as one item. They're just gonna get trashed because they're really old. Some are slightly broken, or they're just empty, and I kept them because I liked that fragrance and was trying to find it. I also have 2 roll-on fragrances that are so old they just need to be trashed. And I have a ton of hand sanitizer from Bath & Body Works that I totally forgot about because it's been sitting in this thing and I don't pay attention to it. And I would attempt to use some of this, but like this one's discolored the bottle, and this is not the color of this one. I only know that because they still make that scent and I still buy it. And then I have 2 really old spray ones. I just tested it out, and I mean, it smells okay, but it doesn't feel very great. So that's going to be items 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, including all of the items that are getting trashed and the bin. So let's keep on going. So some of the other stuff that I have is 2 of my paint shirts. I know that I'm still like painting and I still do like crafting and stuff where I want to have a paint shirt, but these are uncomfortable compared to my other one that's literally covered in paint that y'all see all the time in videos. So I'm getting rid of 2 of my paint shirts and 1 pair of my paint pants because, again, they're just not comfortable. So they don't feel comfortable. Like, you aren't comfortable when you're like doing weird positions trying to paint things. So I would rather just have 1 really comfy set than other options that aren't comfortable, and so it kind of makes the task annoying. So that's 10, 11, and 12. And then this shirt just has so many stains and all kinds of stuff all over it, and I would use it as, you know, like a sleep shirt or a new paint shirt because it is like really big and comfy, and I could cut it up and it would be even more comfy, but the fabric's just not comfy, so it's already still just not comfy. So that's number 13. And then I also found this lip gloss that has never been opened, but they don't even make these anymore at Bath & Body Works, and this is so old, I'm afraid to use it. So this is item number 14 for day 14. So let's get started on day 15. Okay, so today's 15 items. I went through more of my movies. I have so many more to go through, and I'm being brutal, like brutal. So let's do those first. So World War Z, Unbroken, Tomorrowland, The Raven, Life of Pi, The King's Speech, Inception, In Time, and The Help. Those 9, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 9. 9. This Charlie Brown Good Grief mug, a Pike's Place mug, these workout bands. They're not great, and I have a brand new pack of resistance bands from the PT, so I'm gonna use those instead. Another Scentsy spatula, a Panda keychain, and this pack of lip glosses from Mary Kay. I don't know how old they are, and they probably very much need to just be thrown out. So that is this last Sunday through Saturday. How are y'all doing? Are y'all doing the challenge? If you aren't, are you inspired to do the challenge? And if you are doing the challenge, how are you doing with it? I'm having fun. I will see y'all in next week's video. Bye, guys.